Hi, welcome back to my channel. Good morning, or is it good afternoon, or is it good evening? This is your host, this is your guy DLG Reppin, and I'm going to be bringing you my preview to the Liverpool-Arsenal game, my starting 11, my formation, and the subs bench. So, I hope you've all had a good day, and I'd like to apologise for the second time, that I've done a no-show again. I was meant to record yesterday evening, and I just couldn't. I was tired, so there's a lot of people in the world, but there's no excuses. I could have done the second video and be done with it, but I'm back this morning. Ooh, excuse me, and I'm gonna bring you my views on my review on Liverpool v Arsenal. So it starts on Monday night for us, a big game away to Liverpool, a place that we've not done particularly well there in recent years. We've suffered violation after violation over the last 4 years. 4 recent years, and for me, we need to go to Anfield and try and get a result. I think it's important that we impose ourselves in the right way. In the midfield, that's where we're going to need to really work hard, because Liverpool have class in that department. You look at Thiago Alcantara, so dominating in the midfield. He alone wins midfield a lot. All the time. I mean, Bayern Munich had 7 glorious years out of him, and I can see why he's just come over from Bayern Munich having just won the Champions League. So for me, Bayern Munich, he's a guy who could start this game. But overall, it's not because Liverpool are favourites because of him. It's because they're favourites to win the Premier League, and the majority of their matches they're going to be favourites. And last season we finished 8th, Liverpool finished as champions. You look at what they've got in their midfield: Fabinho, Henderson, Keita, Ronaldo, Oxlade-Chamberlain playing there. So they've got a healthy blend of midfielders. And Jurgen Klopp's going to go with the strongest team, definitely. I mean, Leeds got at Liverpool in the first league game at Anfield, and got at Liverpool they did. Scoring once, not just once, not just twice, but scoring 3 times. And not many teams go to Anfield and get 3 Premier League goals, and Leeds United did that. And I think on the day they deserve something. Well, they fell short due to the poor defending of their own. However, Liverpool played Chelsea, and once Chelsea went down to 10 men, it was only one-way traffic, hey? Excuse me. And Liverpool were always going to control the fixture, and Mane getting both goals. Alright, the second one was a gift, but it's his presence, the way he puts himself about. One thing about Liverpool is the way Mane puts himself about is the way Liverpool play. They close you down when you've got the ball, and when you haven't got the ball, they're front 3, for example. Well, for me, still the best, possibly the best front 3 as a cohesive unit in world football. I mean, there's no front 3 I can think of that is better than Liverpool's right now, especially in the league. However, that is exactly what we're up against. For us, we've started off brightly. In general, 3 wins out of 3 in all competitions. Maximum 6 points, but this fixture against Liverpool is going to be a test. A huge test. Can we win? I'd like to think so. As I said that, I started to yawn. It will be a 2-1 game, and I think both teams will definitely be aiming to win. Although I have conceded that Liverpool will have most of the ball, and that's the reality of it. And that's because of their midfield is a lot better than ours at the moment. But if Arsenal adding a couple of additions, then we'll look a lot better in the midfield, you know. So my starting 11 to go with to go against Liverpool, should I say? And it's a formation that I'm going to go with 3 at the back, 4 in the midfield, 3 in attack. So it's a 4-3. Sorry, it's a 3-4-3. And in goal, got to go with the big guy, the main guy, Bernd Leno. Basically, he wants to pick up from where he left off last season, where he got injured against Brighton, and he's come in and he's made a couple of spectacular saves already, especially in the cup game against Leicester. In the opening 10-15 minutes when we were under the cosh, he made a couple of good saves. So I'm going to go with Bernd Leno. My back 3, I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to go with a tactical change here, and I'm going to put Rob Holding on the bench, and I'm going to go for William Saliba. The reason why I'm going for him is because, well, obviously he's not just that he's been waiting his debut, but for me, he's been training hard, I feel, and I feel that he's due to make his debut, and in the big game, it is, but we shall see how it gets on. But for me, with him, he'll have the pace to cope with Mane, unlike with Rob Holding. He had a couple of bad games now, and if all don't work, then I don't know if I should go with Rob Holding that position. So I'm going to go with William Saliba to make his Premier League debut, one that he may remember. I mean, Koscielny made his Premier League debut against Liverpool, and he lasted the whole of the 90 minutes and was sent off at the business end of the stoppage time. However, we just hope that Saliba can have a good 90 minutes under his belt. So for me, Saliba. In the middle of the 3, I'm going to go with David Luiz. I mean, he's been superbly solid in that position, especially as a back 3 player, and he was a captain on, I think it was a Tuesday night against Leicester City. So I'm going to go with Luis as my centre half in that game. The guy on the left hand side of the defence, or the left hand side of the 3, I'm going to go with Gabriel Magalhaes. I mean, he's been superb since he signed for Arsenal. 2 man of the match performances. I mean, I can't speak any highly of this guy. I mean, he's quick, he's completely a colossus in the air, dominating the air for me. And he's good with the ball at his feet. Very comfortable with the ball at his feet. And I can't ask for no more. And defensively solid. He's not shy of a challenge as well. So Gabriel Magalhaes. The 2 wing backs either side of that back 3. Well, I'll give credit where credit is due. He hasn't been a guy that I would like to see at the club, but he seems to have won over Arteta's trust. So I'm going to put him in, Hector Bellerin. Yeah, he's going to be my wing back on Monday night. I think he's played well in the couple of games when asked upon. I mean, the West Ham game was not a good game for any Arsenal player really, apart from 2 or 3 who performed as the better players. But Bellerin was one of those who did not play well, and I'm asking him to do a solid job, and he can do that in the Mikel Arteta back 3 or back 4, back 5. So Bellerin starts. My wing back in this game, Kieran Tierney, hands down. For me, he is a complete top-notch left back for me. Not only that he's a top-notch left back, but his game is just completely getting better. I mean, he picks up injuries, which is such a shame, which is no fault of his own. But when he's on form, he is completely as solid as they come. So Kieran Tierney starts for me. You can always depend on his pace, his defensive positioning, and good. And he plays obviously some good balls as well going forward. Kieran Tierney will start this game for me. The midfield, Granit Xhaka and El Neni. I'm going to go with El Neni. I'm going to go with El Neni and Xhaka. I'm going to go with El Neni because I think he's a good squad player. He's a lot more tenacious in the tackle than he has been under the previous three management. And for me, he looks like a guy that will look for a forward pass. However, he is a safe passer of the ball as well. And he's more competitive now than he was under the previous three management, and I will give him a start in that game. My preferred midfield choice for this game would be Granit Xhaka. I mean, I'm leaving out Ceballos for tactical reasons. I feel that Xhaka, he'll bring a presence about him. He's definitely not the most mobile, but he is present. He does bring a presence, and he helps out the defense as well as he can when he's asked to do so. And going forward, I mean, he does produce a deadly left foot from long range. So Granit Xhaka starts the game for me. The front three, well, I'm going to go with Willian. He's one who tracks backs, puts in a tackle, and defensively, he always puts in the shift. Offensively, dangerous as they come in the game. And for me, he is our set piece specialist, especially if we get a free kick from 20 to 25 yards. I want him to be behind it. So Willian starts. On the left-hand side, I'm going to go with Aubameyang. I mean, his defensive work does not get spoken about by pundits as such, but I've seen him come back, make slide tackling interceptions where he's won the ball, and I saw that in the Community Shield against Liverpool, ideally. And for me, I feel that he can be just as effective as a number 9 as he is on the wing. So for me, I'll go with Bellerin. I'll go with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. In the middle, I'm going to go with Lacazette. So we're going to need to hold on to the ball as much as we can, and we're going to need a number 9 who's going to do that. And that's what a Lacazette brings. He don't just bring that side to his game, but other aspects to his game as well. His work rate, has improved since Arteta took over. Plus, he's got 2 league goals in the last 2 games, so he's looking ever so dangerous again. Hopefully, as dangerous as he was when he was playing for Lyon. So, Lacazette starts. My substitution bench will be Matt Macy. No, I'm going to go with Renarson as my substitution goalkeeper. He may come on any time during the 90 minutes, and I think with him only coming at 1.5 million, which is a bargain, cheap money, I feel that he will provide good cover in in between the sticks. So he'll be waiting for his debut, I guess. My second substitution. Oh, gotta think. Yeah, Rob Holding for me. I'm gonna take him out, give him a bit of a rest, and let him sit back on the bench and observe. And I feel by me putting him on the bench, it will make him fight harder in training to convince management that he is the guy who deserves a place in the first team. And he feels like he can play in the back four, which he has done, and he performed well as a back four player. So Holding for me on the bench. My third substitution. Oh, he could be my third substitution. Danny Ceballos for me. For me, he's possibly unlucky to not make my starting 11, but for me, he brings a work rate as well. Defensively, he does as much work as any midfielders that we have at the club, and I'll definitely be looking to bring on someone like him if we need change. So Danny Ceballos. My full substitution. Centre half have we got left? I know Mustafi he's on his way out. Socrates is on his way out. Mavropanos is not returned. Oh, well, he's in the squad in the fringes. My third substitution would be Cedric Suarez for me. Yeah, he'll make the bench for me. That he may have started this game, but for some reason I've chosen to go with Hector Bellerin at right back. So for me, Cedric Suarez will go on my bench. Maitland-Niles, my fifth substitution. The reason for this decision would be simple fact that he's versatile. He is a midfielder by trade, and he has performed well as a right back as an emergency cover left back for me. Although it's not his strongest position. That being said, he does a job, so he'll be prepared to come on. Nicolas Pepe makes the bench for me. If we need someone to be direct and completely technically on point with his game, then Nicolas Pepe is the guy you want to bring on from the bench and make a difference. So for me, Pepe on the bench. Nketiah on the bench for the simple fact is, he's a guy who lives in the box, chases defenders down, and he's always prepared to be in the right place in the box to get goals, and he does get goals. And for me, he works a hell of a lot harder as any Arsenal striker out there. So yeah, Eddie Nketiah. So that concludes my starting lineup, should I say, and my substitution bench. I mean, guys, if you've got a substitution bench that you would like to name, or if you've got a starting 11 that you would like to pick against Liverpool for tomorrow night's game, then leave it in the comment section below, and I'll be having a conversation with you guys. I'll have a look, and if you agree or not, with my substitution, my reviews, etc., leave it in the comment section below, and let's have a conversation. Score prediction, I'm gonna leave that to you guys. Get back on me on that in my comment section below. Do remember to smash the thumbs up like button, please. I'd really appreciate that. And if I can avoid the thumbs down, I'll really appreciate that too. Thank you. And what I would really appreciate a lot more, if you can smash the subscribe button for me. Hard, left, right, and centre galore. And passionately, let's see some subscribe numbers go up today, please. thank you. Once again, to the ladies, to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, thank you for listening, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for watching. I'll be back this afternoon with another recording, so stay tuned. I'm out of here. Thank you for listening. Goodbye, and enjoy the games. Ciao.